Hello YouTube, this is Frank, and this is December the 11th, 2021, and this is my 56th video and my 5th Raspberry Pi video. And today I'm going to compile and install the one true AWK on my Raspberry Pi. Now, AWK, there are several implementations of AWK. There's GAWK, MAWK, and NOWK, NEWK, right there. And we will be installing the version that was developed by the authors of the AWK programming language. And there's the last letters of the author's last name. That's where the AWK comes from. Now this is their book, and it's a thin book. It's AWK is a easy language to learn and use. This is GNU's book for GAWK, and it's a good bit thicker, but it's a very good book for GAWK. Now let's see here now. Now AWK is Frank's favorite little language. I find it very useful for CSV files. Those are comma separated variables. And if the problem is not too big, I could solve the problem with AWK and a spreadsheet. Now in my differential equation videos, I did implement the serve model in AWK and a spreadsheet. Now, software packages. Now, the software repositories that we download the software packages from, they're often several versions behind. So today we'll download and install the very current versions. Now the address for AWK is on GitHub, and then GNU has their server. Now the general idea is to download AWK. AWK depends on Bison, so we have to download and compile and install that. And Bison depends on M4, so we need to download and compile and install that. So the general idea is to download the programs, configure, make, and then sudo make install. So let's see what we've got here. Now there's my Raspberry Pi. And let's open this up a window. Now we can type AWK. AWK comes with the system. Let me zoom in here. All right. So let's look at the version of that. We can see that's 1996. That's this is the year 2021, so that's kind of an older program there. And we can do type which AWK, and that will show us which we're in the path that that is referring to. Now let's do a long listing of user bin AWK, and that shows that that's actually a link to another file, etc alternative. So let's do a long listing on that. Oops. oops, alternatives. Now, and that one, that link refers to our NOWK. So now if we do a which NOWK, now this is the version that if we type NOWK, so that's the program that it's using for AWK. It's NOWK 1996. So let's open this up, some windows here. Let's go over, open this up, a browser window. Let's see here now. And let's go to the github.com one true AWK. So if we go there, we should take us to the source code. Yeah, this is the source code for AWK. If we were to scroll down here, yeah, this is the version described in the book, AWK Programming Language. That's what we want right here. The version that was described by the authors of the program. All right. Now, what I usually do in GitHub is just go to code right there, click on that, and download the zip file. That's all right. And we got that. Now, let me. This is a fresh install of the Raspbian operating system. Now, whenever I install programs, let me create a new folder called My Installs. Now that is where I put my source code to compile programs that I download. So let's change over here. New folder. NOWK. That's the new AWK. And go to downloads. And just copy that. Copy it back. Okay, this is my source code. Just paste. And let's unzip, extract it right here. All right, so there's our source code for AWK. Here, let's just open that up. There's the one true AWK. That's what we're installing, and we've got permission to use and copy. I'm not going to distribute it. I'm just going to use and modify it, or just use it. And we need to come back to this check program right here. This is the directions that they have to just make AWK. And right down here, let's see, if your system does not have, yeah, we need to install that. So we don't have it. I just now This is a fresh operating system, and I don't have, if we were to type Bison, that should I clean that up a little bit? Command not found. So we don't have Bison. Now let's go over here to our browser. And if we go to ftp.gnu.org, GNU, there. Now there's all of the GNU programs. We just scroll down. Oops, let me get back up here to Bison. There's Bison right here. And the new version, let's just click into our directory. Just scroll down to the bottom. And the latest version, 3.82. So let's get, I usually get the tar.gz file. Just click it and download it. Okay, so if we were to come over here. Now this is my install directory. I'm going to create a directory for Bison. Change into that directory. And let's go over to downloads and copy Bison. Copy. And let's just paste it over there to my install. And let's just extract it. All right, there's our source code for Bison, and we will install that. Now and we need M4. Oops, M4. I need this. So if we scroll down. M4. And we need to go down to the bottom. And our latest one is 4.9, 1.4.19. Download that. All right, we are good. We've got our now I'd make a new folder. And there's M4. Copy. Paste. And let's extract it here. All right, we are good. Now, what are we doing? Let's see, we're going to compile and install these programs. So let's just do show you what the general idea here is. Do a print environment, and this is the path that shows the path when it searches for these executables, and it goes down the list left to right to find those executables. And I put my executables in that local user local bin subdirectory right there. So let's open this up. Another directory. We'll go to the root file system right there. Click on it. Okay, the user file system, local, and bin. Now you'll see when we start to compile these GNU programs, that's their default directory. So that's kind of the convention that I use. And there is a README here for M4. There's an install. Yeah, there's the basic instruction. Well, let's see. Let me move this over here. Yeah, there's the basic thing: configure, make, and make install. Let's see down here. Yeah, there it is right there. By default, it puts it in the user local bin subdirectory right there. So that's where these installs are going to be going right here. So let's get over here to our window. Change directory to my installs. We need to go over to the M4 directory. Change over there to the source code. Okay, now the general idea is to do the configure. Configure, and we're just going to use, I'm just going to use the defaults. And we'll run that. Let me get out of here so it won't. And it'll take just a few minutes for that configure to run. And that's a general, that's a pretty much a standard install script that they have for GNU. It's a configure where it checks all of these, does all the checks. All right, it takes a couple of minutes. Let me go over here. Let's see. All right, we should be good. All right, there we go. Now we're good to make. If I do a list, do a ls. Okay, and there's the make file that it just created. And all we have to do is just type make. And this will compile M4. It just takes a minute here to compile. All right, there we go. Now we are good. We've got our, we compiled our, the latest version of M4. Now I am going to, this is that local, use your local bin that's blank. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to do the install, sudo make install. And that's the command that we use to install M4. Enter. All right, so there's our M4. It just put it in the M4 directory there. So now we've installed M4. Let's go over to Bison. Oops. Same thing. I see that configure creates the make file. There's no make file here. There's kind of the skeletons over there, but there's no make file. So we have to configure dot configure, and it takes a couple, 2 or 3 minutes on a Raspberry Pi. Of course, it's faster on these other desktop computers. And same thing, this is the kind of the same general thing that we saw on M4. It just goes by and does all the checks. This is kind of a standard script for GNU. If you install your GNU packages, this is pretty much the standard routine right here. Configure. Goes through the checks. All right. And it takes a minute to do this. But at least we will have the very latest version of Bison, AWK, and M4. There will not be any versions behind, like in the software repositories. All right, there we go. Now let's do the list. So there's our make file. It just created our make file for us. So just like we did on M4, make. And it takes a minute to make. I think it might take a little bit longer for Bison, but it's not too bad. It takes 2 or 3 minutes. Now, when this gets through, I will we'll check the versions that are in the software repositories just to show you how many versions they are behind. All right, there we go. If we do an ls, there's our make file right there. The configure created that our make file. Let's see, so I need to make. Oh, I just, never mind, I just did make. Let's see. I think we need to install it now. Sudo make install. Let's get over here to our directory. There's Bison, and it added AWK. All right, so we are good. Let's change the directory to our NOWK. And all we have to do is type make, and I believe, see this right here? This is our, just type make. And we should see our make, it should be just the same as what they have here on their on his README file right here, and it looks good. And I believe, oops, we should be able to type a.out. Yep, there we go. There's our AWK. You see, it just has a simple install procedure here. Now let me show you how we're going to do this. We're going to copy, sudo copy a.out to user and that's going to call this NOWK. And if we were to go to our there's NOWK right here in our user, so we should be able to type NOWK. Yep, there we go. Now we've got our, we installed the newest version of AWK from the author. Now let's just look at the, this is Bison. This is the version that we downloaded. And if we were to look at the version in the software repositories, it's apt, cache, show, Bison. Let's see, and they've got 3.32. If we were to go over here and look at Bison, .32, that's 2019. So we've got the latest version of our operating system, of our AWK here. Now that's what that is my video here today. The compile and install NOWK. Now there's one thing we can do, one last thing before we go. Let's just go over here to our user being local. Let's see. To user local. Now that the directions here for he did say we can call it AWK. Now if we want to always use our AWK that we just compiled. Let's sudo copy NOWK to AWK. And now, whenever we want to run AWK, there's our version we just compiled, which AWK, the version we just downloaded and installed right there. All right, that's my video today for compiling and installing AWK from the author's web page. Thank you.